Shalom, Pastor Har here again, giving you this truth in the power and spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai B'Shem Kodash. And this is GMS impromptu, GMS in transit. Yeah, I was listening to the radio. I listened to like a lot of news stuff, things on the news, breaking news, Bloomberg, whatever. I listen to a lot of news stuff. I don't spend my day listening to goddamn trap music and hip-hop music and all that bullshit. Because trap music traps your mind. Anyway, I was just listening, and I believe it was Malaysia. I got to get the full report because I left out of my car for a second. I kind of have heard it. But it was breaking news. Anyway, today's date is May, I believe it's May 2nd. Things are moving quick. 2019 year of Paragma. One more step closer to pushing the mark of the beast. They're gonna make it mandatory, and they're gonna use the same. They're gonna use a model of like they're doing with measles. By the way, breaking news. They quarantined. They go to that word quarantine again. They quarantined a cruise ship, I believe. I believe it's either Manila, Malaysia. I gotta go. Like I said, I heard it. I caught the last end of it, and I said I knew it. I said this past Saturday at the speaking that they had quarantined 2 universities in the West, California. One of them was a UCLA, which is a famous campus, a famous university in America. You know, your child goes to UCLA, you're gonna be proud. Anyway, they locked that down because a handful of people they diagnosed with the measles virus. And there was another university, I forget the name, but anyway, they just quarantined an actual ship, a cruise ship, if I'm not mistaken. And in post-production, I'll put in whatever news clippings or whatever. But I said it Saturday. That don't be surprised that the new trend is going to be for them to lock people down. They're going to say you might be in a mall, and there might be 10 people diagnosed with measles. So what they'll do is they'll say, "Oh, look, we're locking down the whole mall." And when you look up the word quarantine, it goes back to the word Latin 40. So an actual quarantine is really when they lock you down for 40 days. Now it could be 10 days, it could be 5 days, but anybody that tells you you on a cruise ship or you on a campus, and all of a sudden they say you can't go home, whether it be for 1 day, that's imprisonment right there, you know? Anyway, this is I'm not gonna make this long. It was just breaking news. I just heard it myself. I'm gonna get more into it. I may make a video going further into this subject, but this is a trend right now, and it was quicker than I thought. And I said it on Saturday, man. I said, look, don't be surprised. I forget the exact words I said it, but I said, don't be surprised if this is a new thing, the new trend, and they're just gonna start locking people down. So they did it in 2 universities, and they did it on a cruise ship. Now they can do it on planes. They can lock down planes and hold you in a plane with 100 and some odd people up in there for, let's say, a week. Buildings, they can go to buildings. You know, they can go to neighborhoods. They said we're locking down the whole neighborhood because there's 5 people that have been diagnosed with measles. So, you know, we're gonna lock down this whole block. Hell, they can lock down whole cities where you can't leave the city. And this is reminiscence of the movie I Am Legend, which is a remake of the movie Omega Man, where they had a what was it called? What was it called? I think it was the Crippen virus, which Crip means hidden. And they locked down all of Manhattan. They blew up all the bridges that lead into Manhattan. They blew them up. And then the people that got out, they were all right. They were tested. There was a scene where the military men, they would put a thing to your forehead, mark in your forehead or in your hand, and they would see whether you had this Crippen virus. And the character that Will Smith played was Dr. Aaron Neville, which was the same guy, the same name in the movie Omega Man, starring Charlton Heston. But he wound up getting a nigga woman at the end of the movie, you know. But yeah, man, that's called predictive. It was a predictive programming. Look that up. Look that up. It means before they do something, they show it to you in the news. They'll show it to you in TV shows. They'll show it to you in movies. You know, this scenario where you have a disease, a virus, and they can detect the virus, and they'll quarantine you. And that's what's happened. This is all these movies actually coming to life. Predictive programming, man. Auto ab KO. Look that up. Hegelian dialectics. I was named after a man named Hegel. Hegelian dialectics. Pressure from above, pressure from below. Problem, reaction, solution. So they play on the masses of the people because the masses of the people don't know what the hell is going on. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Like I said, it was breaking news. They just quarantined a ship. And Lord willing, I'll get more into it, you know, when I have time, leisure time. And leisure time meaning reading time. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say Shalom. We're coming to the, Mark of the Beast, the microchip. And remember, everybody's going to remember, when they make the Mark of the Beast microchip mandatory, everybody's going to be going to the GMS Great Millstone videos, man. Because we are the ones we are the group that said, we're the only group that pushes it. No other Israelite group push it. Now, you might have groups saying they know that the Mark of the Beast is the microchip, but do they push it? Are they pushing it? I put up a Mark of the Beast video up the other day, which hardly nobody watched. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say Shalom.